Alright, I just need to destroy one more snowball, and the pathway will be clear. But of course, I'm going to have to do this again because I'm going back to the Pokemon Center to heal since I saw that Aura Sphere only has 4 PP left, and I can't really do much with that. And besides, I did say I was going to show you how to get through the puzzle from start to finish, so I guess I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. Oh yes, off screen, I gave Lucario the Expert Belt so that way I could boost the power of its moves as long as they're super effective, since I'm going to need as much power as I could possibly get. Now as for that gym puzzle, well, it really isn't that hard if you take the time to think about your actions. I mean, I don't think I did that years ago, and I guess that's why the puzzle gave me such a hard time. But not anymore. Okay, you want to start over here, then make your way all the way back here, then make a left turn, go to this patch of snow over here, go down here, break the snowball that I just destroyed at the beginning of the video, then come back over here, go down here, break this snowball, followed by this one, and all that stuff is those 5 snowballs that you briefly saw just a few seconds ago. And yeah, it was as simple as that. Although, if I was playing this years ago, I would spend hours trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do and where to go. But luckily for me, those days are now over. Okay, I'm going to save everything I've done so far, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Gym Battle number 7. Now, Candice here runs a Hail team, which means I'm going to be dealing with perfect accuracy blizzards, and especially Snow Cloak. Snow Cloak I fear the most because my attacks might not connect 20% of the time. But since Aura Sphere has perfect accuracy, I won't have to worry about that missing. Okay, she's talking about focus. You know, that word has been used very frequently throughout this entire place. So, am I under the impression that I'm supposed to focus while in the cold? If so, then I don't think I could do that. I can only stand the cold for so long. But looking at her attire, I'm surprised she's able to focus in the cold, given the fact that she's wearing a skirt and everything. Alright, first up we got a Baba Snow. Now this thing shouldn't give me any trouble at all. It's only here to set up the hail, and that's it. I believe this was her ace Pokemon back in Diamond and Pearl, whereas her ace Pokemon was Frostlass and Platinum. But you know, had she sent out Obama Snow first back in Diamond and Pearl, and even Platinum, then maybe the fight would have been more interesting, since the hail would have triggered certain abilities immediately. And it goes down 1 hit. Okay, I'm surprised that thing didn't have a focus sash on it. I mean, it could at least do something other than just set up the hail. Alright, who's next? Oh, Mamoswine? Here. I'm gonna take a huge risk here and stay in with Lucario so that way I could possibly one-shot this thing with Aura Sphere. Mamoswine has 130 in attack, so that's why I didn't go with Gastrodon, because it can only take strong hits like that for so long. Okay, hopefully Aura Sphere one-shots Mamoswine, because if not, I'm gonna die to an Earthquake. Alright, there we go, down it goes. Well, even though Mamoswine is pretty good at attacking, I don't quite recall its defensive stats by heart. It's been a while since I last used that thing. Alright, next up we got Glaceon. I'm going to stay with Lucario. I don't see any reason why I should switch, given the fact that this thing has Snow Cloak for an ability. And also, it has Double Team as one of its moves. Yeah, see where I'm going with this? I mean, this isn't the first instance where I've seen a combo like that. So yeah, since I said Aura Sphere has perfect accuracy, I won't have to worry about Snow Cloak, and especially Double Team. And down goes Glaceon. I don't think Glaceon is really known for its defense. Or I could be wrong about that because I never used that thing at all. Alright, who's next? Walrein? I faced a Walrein last video, but that one belonged to a trainer. But this one belongs to a gym leader, so who knows? Maybe this Walrein might actually survive an Aura Sphere. I mean, I don't quite remember Walrein's defensive stats by heart, but maybe it could be pretty good. Oh, what? A Chobo Berry? Okay, out of all berries, why that one? Well, looks like Aura Sphere's not going to one-shot it now. Oh, Aqua Ring? Okay, it's not going to do anything after that, so, okay, I guess this thing pretty much gave me a free turn to kill it. I mean, I don't know what this thing has, but maybe it could have had the potential to do some damage to Lucario, but it chose not to. Yeah, I do remember using Walrein years ago back in Sapphire, I think it was. But back then, I don't think it was really at its full potential. And also, I didn't see it gain back any HP from the hail, so it looks like that thing doesn't have Ice Body, because, well, I was expecting that Walrein to have Ice Body, given the fact that this is a hail team, so yeah. you might as well have Ice Body on one of your Pokemon. I mean, the only other Pokemon that I think gets Ice Body in this game is Glalie, I believe. And even then, she doesn't even have that. But she does have a Frostlass. Okay, I believe this was her ace in Platinum, and now it's her ace here as well. Yep, definitely, since that custom Pokeball animation told me so. Okay, good, Crunch connects. I was worried that maybe he might miss because Snow Cloak would get in the way, but not this time. Yeah, Frostlass is a pretty frail Pokemon, so yeah, it's no surprise that Crunch one-shot it. Alright, and her last Pokemon should be Weavile. You know, I think she should have evolved her Sneasel in the original games. I mean, Sneasel is an okay Pokemon to deal with, but Weavile, I think that's a better Pokemon to face since it provides much more of a challenge. Okay, I believe this thing is holding a Focus Sash, so that way it could take your hits. Gee, I'm not surprised given the fact that this thing has not so impressive defenses. Now, I don't know if I said this before, but I believe Weavile gets Technician in this game. Yeah, I know that sounds hard to believe, but it is true. Weavile does get Technician in this game. Oh, Aerial Ace? Okay, that's going to hurt a lot more thanks to Technician powering it up. Okay, it didn't do a lot than what I expected. I thought maybe it would do at least a decent chunk. Okay, she's going to heal. If so, then I'm going to use Aura Sphere again. Oh, what? She's not going to heal? Okay, that's strange because usually gym leaders would heal their Pokemon when they're in the red. But I guess not this time, and I got a pointless critical hit to boot. So yeah, looks like that Weavile could have been a very formidable opponent if it did do a lot more damage to my Lucario. Oh yeah, seeing this icy platform that she's standing on, and I'm standing on this icy platform as well, that reminds me of something. I seem to recall that in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl rather, it was possible to glitch your way onto the platform that Candice is standing on. I never did that myself, but I take it that glitch was passed out in some of the updates, because I know for a fact that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl got some updates, so that way some of the glitches could be patched out. Yeah, I never got up to this platform by glitching my way there, because I didn't think something like that was even possible. Oh yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. Hey Candice, that ancestor of yours is crazy. She looks like a savage. Oh boy, where did she go wrong? Okay, anyway, Avalanche. If you already took damage prior to you attacking, then Avalanche does double the damage. And to be honest, I don't even know why Avalanche is a move that makes direct contact. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense at all. I mean, I've seen Avalanche in the anime, and yeah, I don't see how it's supposed to be a move that makes direct contact. That just makes no sense to me at all. Well, anyway, I'm not going to use Avalanche since I'm not a huge fan of that move. Alright, anything you're going to say? Okay, he's going to say that I've been the gym leader. Yeah, no surprise. Okay, he's saying focus too. Yeah, once again, I'm not going to focus on the cold because, yeah, I just can't do that. Alright, with that, my next destination is Lake Acuity, since Barry is over there fighting Jupiter, and we're about to see the outcome of that battle. Okay, there are two ways you can get up to Lake Acuity. Either the rock climber wall from the front, or the rock climber wall from the side here. Okay, the snow was pretty deep there, so... Well, I'm pretty sure the snow would have been deep if I chose to go up the other rock climber wall, so yeah, either way, I would have been slow. Okay, here we got a Reaper Cloth. If you give that to Dusclops, or if you use it on Dusclops in this game, you'll get a Dusknoir. But I heard that Dusclops is better than Dusknoir since you could equip Dusclops with the Abuelites. Okay, and as I said, we're seeing the outcome of the match between Jupiter and Barry. And looks like Jupiter is going to win this one. You're not getting away with it? Well, looks like they are because, yeah, you didn't do your job at all. I mean, yeah, sure, I didn't do so hot saving the Lake Guardians myself, but at least Mars and Saturn got a good ass-kicking. But if Jupiter's saying that you're laughably weak, that looks like she made quick work of you in a matter of seconds. Gee, you would think she would have a hard time with Barry Snorlax. Well, actually, maybe not, because... Well, I think the majority of Jupiter's team is mostly physical attackers, so yeah, Snorlax's physical defense isn't all that impressive. Okay, now Jupiter's going to recognize me since we met at Eterna City. If you're thinking you're about to fight her right now, well, sorry to break the news to you, but you're not. Well, given the fact that you just battled Barry, I take it her Pokemon are possibly injured or something, and I guess the game designers didn't want you to have easy pickings or anything. Okay, now she's going to say something about the HQ in Fieldstone, which is our next destination. But I'm not going to go there right now because now that I have the ability to use rock climb outside of battle, well, I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to go to the Fieldstone building. Okay, now Barry is not taking his loss very well. Well, actually, I guess it's in a good way. He couldn't do anything against Team Galactic. Once again, I'm surprised your Snorlax couldn't hold up because that thing is known for being very bulky. Okay, now he's going to rethink his battling style and get Chuffer. I don't know why, but this kind of reminds me of that little turnaround that Silver had back in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Okay, we're going to see Barry again a little bit later on in the game. Powerful trainer ever. Well, looks like that didn't work out for you. I mean, after all, confidence can only get you so far. Okay, my first place to use Rock Climb, I believe it's on Route 216, so I'm just going to cut away and I'll see you over there. Alright, I'm here. Now, the reason why I edited out the way back to Route 216 is because I don't think you want to see me trek very slowly through the deep snow again, now do ya? Okay, looks like I have to put Honchkrow up first, so that way I can match whatever that black belt is going to send out first. Now, I believe there are 4 trainers in this one area of Route 216, so I don't think I'm going to get to all of them in this part. Well, it all depends on how many Pokemon these guys have. Okay, this guy has 2 Pokemon on his team, but as for the other trainers, well, I don't know how much Pokemon they're going to have. So in the meantime, let's talk about something. So recently, I've been tackling a lot of Terra Raid battles in the Indigo Disc DLC, and let me tell you, a lot of those Pokemon, they're pretty tough to handle. Especially one Pokemon in particular that I'm thinking of, and that Pokemon is Metagross. Yeah, for about 1 to 2 hours, I was trying to capture Terrestrialized Metagross with his Terra-typing Fire, but it looks to me like I was using the wrong Pokemon. So ultimately, in the end, I used an Excadrill, and yeah, some tells me maybe I should have used Excadrill from the start. So yeah, I had Swords Dance on it, as well as Sandstorm, so that way I could boost my attack and at the same time trigger my Sand Force ability. But of course, that Metagross had Magnet Rise as one of its moves, so unfortunately I had to switch over to Rock Slide, which really sucked because, well, my Excadrill was holding the Metronome, and what it does is, well, I'm pretty sure I already explained what the Metronome does a few parts ago. Yeah, I was spamming Earthquake, so that way maybe the damage output would be increased. But if it was going to go for Magnet Rise, then I had to switch over to Rock Slide. And then when the time came, I Terrestrialized. My Excadrill had Ground as its Terra type. And ultimately, I managed to take down that Metagross. Gee, a 5-star Metagross. Those things don't mess around, especially since it's a pseudo-legendary and everything. Now, as for those 6-star Terrestrialized Pokemon, or maybe I should start calling them 6-star Terra Raid battles. Yeah, that's a better name for it. Well, those Pokemon, they're pretty hard too. Well, I will admit I did fail to capture a few of them, but I did manage to capture one of them. I believe there was an Alcremie with its Terra-typing bug. First time around, I failed to capture it because that thing kept on spamming Acid Armor, and unfortunately I couldn't do anything about that. So, I gave up the battle and tried again, and this time I switched over to special attacking moves, and in the end, it actually worked. I believe I used Chandelure, so that way I could take down that Alcremie. Well, I never used that thing before, so I don't really know Alcremie's stats by heart. But I'll tell you one thing, Chandelure is an amazing special attacker, so yeah, it was only fitting that I went with that Pokemon. Either that or possibly another Fire type. And then I seem to recall encountering a 6-star Milotic. I didn't capture that thing because, well, that thing was giving me a hard time. Its Terra type was Steel, and I believe it had Coil as one of its moves, so yeah, that's going to mean disaster. Okay, I don't think I have any more time to fight trainers. I'm not really sure how much Pokemon that person over there has, so I think I'm going to stop here for today. Next time, we're going to continue fighting the trainers here, and move on to some rock climbing explorations. See you next time.